wanted to share something else that I'm doing. Let's see, I am mentoring with Jackie. I am delving into the concepts of the law of attraction. I have a Christian witch course that I take online. And then I don't feel that I struggle with the uh, aspects of witchcraft that a lot of people and books sort of focus on. I don't. Um, I have a cauldron. I have an alchemy. I know how to set up a circle. I understand about correspondences. I mean, I don't have them all memorized, but I know how to get the information about, herbal, color, angelic, directional, elemental, crystal. I can get all that. Um, where I've noticed that I'm struggling right now in my path is that I have trouble with the internal stuff, the raising the energy, the focusing the intention, the really feeling like I'm getting something from my core out into the universe, which means I need to do some internal work. And so maybe I just needed to get all that other stuff about correspondences and tools and moon phases and I still don't get the astrological stuff. Um, I mean, I get it in concept, stars, universe, reflection. I get that. I just can't quite. I don't know. Maybe there's too much geometry. I don't know. I struggle with that and rely a lot on others telling me how the astrological signs are working at that time because something's not clicking for me there. But I noticed what I really needed was the internal work. Not the what do I believe, but how do I take those beliefs, tap into source, and bring out my higher self or connect with my higher self, connect within myself. There seems to be it's way down in there and I'm having trouble accessing it. I've had experience in the past, so I do know that it is there. I have a good sense of tuition, and so I know that it is there. It's accessing it. So, two things have happened. One, I'll share with you briefly because I don't know enough about it to actually go into any detail, but I've noticed in the last couple of weeks, whenever, not every time, but this happens when I am delving into my spiritual stuff, whether it's research or YouTube videos or reading a book, writing in my journal, contemplating doing a ritual, researching various esoteric ideas on the computer. I've noticed it happens only during those times, not when I am working. I work from home, working in my business, or taking care of the kids, or paying the bills, or watching regular BoobTube TV. It doesn't happen during those times. It's only when I'm delving into the spiritual. Um, I I'm not trying to give you too much information. No, I'm not trying to be TMI, but I have felt a buzzing vibration down in my private parts. Um, in a totally non sexual way. But it is very noticeable and it is a physical buzzing sensation. Everything's fine down there. I don't need to see a doctor. Everything's working as intended. Um, but I will get a buzzing. It's just like I've got a rock and it's buzzing and it's sitting like right there in my genital region. It is especially since it's not a bathroom function and it is not a sexual function. It is a really odd sensation, and it is physical. And so I wrote a quick email to Jackie going, okay, what is this? Does it have something to do with my root chakra? Now, I have never delved into chakras. It seems to me that while I get that they exist, it seems to me accessing slash healing slash delving into your own chakras and chakra alignment and all of that takes concentration and energy and meditation and really getting in touch with those things. And like I said, in a previous video, I think I am having trouble accessing all of that. Big time, and I need to work on that. But because of that, I haven't been delving into chakras. I think I was kind of waiting until I felt like I could connect with myself more and see some actual results based on that work. I mean, I know the basics is, where they're located and stuff like that, but that's it. And she wrote back and said, it sounds to me like Kundalini rising. So I haven't delved into that at all. So I have to look into that and start researching and figuring out all of that. I mean, it's not, in fact, it's happening right now. And so it's like, it's not a amorphous idea that's out there for more research now. I'm feeling physical stuff, which is very bizarre to me. So there's that. And going further into that idea of the delving into myself and trying to get closer to that, I went ahead and bought, it was very much an impulse purchase. It was like, yeah, I need that, which is unusual for me because I'm very careful about what I spend money on right now. And it is, it is the Inner Temple of Witchcraft, Magic, Meditation, and Psychic Development by Christopher Penczak. I've never read his stuff before, had heard the name, but had never read his stuff before. And I have read the beginning portion before the lessons really start, where he very much goes into the roots of witchcraft, the different flavors of witchcraft, the history of witchcraft, and I have to say I really like the way he did the history. I probably understand more about witchcraft's history and some other paganistic, non-Abrahamic religious history now, dating back to dating back to the Stone Age, than I have in any of the different witchcraft, Wicca, whatever, what have you, books. There's just a way that he writes that makes it very understandable for me, and it's extremely factual. He tells you when this is opinion, and he tells you when this is recorded fact. And he tries to see both sides of the equation because, as he says, the winner writes the history. And he tries to look at whatever the morsel is from both sides, and I like that. It makes me feel it's a little less one-sided. So I really enjoyed that part. And then he gets into the intention ritual and then the various lessons. And I am doing it. Today is, I guess it started last night, early wee morning hours this morning, we're in the new moon. And so I am tonight going to be doing a ritual, which will encompass an abundance check thing that I do for each new moon. It'll be a new moon welcoming. I'll be trying to sow these seeds for myself, that I'm trying to connect with myself. And I am going to do this intention ritual. And I might be doing some Wesak oil from Jackie Dubois' ritual report, but I want to think about that a little bit more in depth first. Um, and so I'm going to go through this book and these lessons. Now, the reason for that is not that it is another witch book. It is the inner temple of witchcraft, magic, meditation, and psychic development. I don't need another instruction manual on the Esbits, the Sabbats, and the tools. I need to dig deep within myself, and I am having trouble doing that. And so I thought this might be, because I'm very hands-on, this might be a very good, okay, this is what I'm concentrating on now, and this is how I'm going to do it, and these are my goals for this, and it's about the inner me rather than the trappings of presenting the inner me. I have to have the inner me portion first. Otherwise, it's a charade, you know? And that's not what I want in my life. I can go through the motions, but unless that inner me portion is there, it's not even going to do anything. It's not going to matter. So that's what I need to work on. So I'm working on that. There's also a channel on YouTube where a group of ladies are doing this in the cycles of the moon, and then they record their thoughts. It's a collaborative channel. I cannot remember what it's called, so I will link it in the bottom description so that you can find them yourself if you're interested in them, or if you're interested in this book or Christopher Penczak. I really hope I'm saying his name right. And so that's it. I think you are all caught up with my doings at the moment. Many blessings, and I'll see you next time.